Hello and welcome to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we're going to be working with the Snowflake Wishes stamp set. I've made a variety of cards using groupings of colors using the May Your Season Sparkle words from the set. On this card I used the Balmy Blue, the Highland Heather, and the Coastal Cabana, and I actually combined two of the stamps to kind of pizzazz them up a little bit. And I've combined stamps here as well. So you can layer in all different stamps and use them all together. This one's more of an overall background, more like making your own background paper. And then I've used the nested stitched label dies to pop out the greeting. And this one is just a monochromatic one. I love how this works, and I've used the blue adhesive backed gems just to jump that out a little bit. So today we're making a version of this that's a combination of this card and this card. It's going to be monochromatic like this, and it's going to have the pop out like that. So lots of different things that you can do with this stamp set. You need a card base, and we're going to be doing it as a tent fold card. You need a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of Whisper White. You'll need 2 of the snowflakes from the stamp set, and you'll need your Balmy Blue ink pad. Now you can do this in any color combination you want. If you want to do, say, the Highland Heather in the card and in the ink. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of halo the card. We don't need to stamp in the middle because we're putting the greeting in the middle, and I've pre-stamped it just to save time in the video. So you're going to go around and just add in your larger snowflake first. And you can always come back in after and add more larger snowflakes if you want. So I'm going to put in some of the smaller snowflakes, just kind of layer them in. And what I found with this Balmy Blue ink is that when it's wet, when you've just stamped it, it's much darker than it ends up. You can see the comparison to the ink here. It's much lighter here than it actually inks to start with. So that's something to keep in mind when you are choosing ink, that sometimes they can change color and be more like the cardstock when they're finished. I'm just going to come in, I'm just going to add in some of the big stars, or big snowflakes, just to kind of finish off some of the corners. And you can already see the color difference where it's dried and where it's still a bit wet. So what I did for the greeting in the middle is I stamped it, and then I ran it through the cut and emboss machine with the stitched nested label. And I added 3 of the blue adhesive back gems. Sometimes to get them off the paper, you either just take your small pair of scissors and just kind of pry them off, or use a set of tweezers. I added dimensionals to the back. And these are the Stampin' Dimensionals. I just trimmed up the outside piece. It's the hexagons are all used up, so I trimmed up the outside piece. And you just drop this down onto your card front, centering it. And then you take your adhesive and you run it over the back. And my adhesive is, there we go. Sometimes you just need to roll these ones forward. It depends how you finished off your last strip. And you just put that on, and you take your card, make sure you're the correct way up. And I've done this before. I center my card by holding one side, lining everything up, and then dropping it down. So that is your completed card. Again, lots of different options to change this up. You can change the color of the background, you can change the color of your matting, or you can just change how you've laid out the saying. So thank you very much for watching. If there's anything in this video that you'd like to purchase, please use the links below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much.